G'day everyone. It's the fight night, of course, between Corvidae and Masterminds. Yummy Cheese Man here. And it's good to see there's quite a few people already hanging out and watching. Good to have everyone along. And it's, one of those nights, maybe not as heated as the last time we saw Reticent versus CL7, or CL4, sorry. But it should be a great match nonetheless. Corvidae currently sitting number 9 on the power rankings in OCE. And that is Daze and Sicky, as well as the super sub Scuba Steve / Sexy Steve / S Steve. Whatever you want to call him, I'm going to call him Scuba Steve or just Steve for the sake of this evening. And they think that they are the 5th best team in OC right now. They think that they should be slotted in just behind Sandcastle. But, of course, right now they are number 9. They haven't been as active. Plitzinator, their normal core, is away on holidays. And they haven't been able to attend many tournaments. So it's very difficult for them to be high up. Thank you for the follow, The Real Disobey. But Masterminds, they're sitting nice and neatly on number 7. They've been having a great last month, a great December that got them skyrocketing up to very quickly to 7th place. And I'm expecting quite a lot from them. It looks like the teams are joining despite not having everyone in the lobby. So a big mistake already, as S. Steve doesn't appear to have joined. We'll just quickly see. He is. It just doesn't show up because he's not party member. Already we are underway. Corvidae have everything to fight for. MGC just need to prove, that's Masterminds Gaming Club, that they are better than Corvidae, that they deserve to be number 7. And Corvidae are trying to prove right now that they don't deserve their number 9. They think they're far better, and they will have to prove that they are. Thank you for the follow, Taddy Or Taddy Oz, sorry. That text is absolutely awful. Kia taking the shot on and goes high, but follows it up himself and gets that first goal, an all-important goal in this series. As it's the start off, and Daze and Sicky getting in each other's way. I did want to quickly check as well. Sicky is on very high ping, and funnily enough, he's from Sydney, and he is on NBN, so he should normally be on 4 ping. But he is right now on 224. It's not going to help them out as Seniaz gets a great save, and Nero's going to take it away. Great double touch to send it down the other side, and Sicky's not going to get a solid clear off this. He's going to go for an edgeable. That's taking Sexy Steve, who's playing on PlayStation, out of the play. And these two teams, as a note, are playing for 3 keys. So that is 1 key each to the winner, best of 7. It's all I can really afford to offer for the winners, but hopefully it's a little bit of extra motivation to get them across the line. Sicky holds this in the corner, looks to get this center. Nero, he's come out from the large recruitment of ranked matches and gets the shot on. Kia in the right-hand side. That caught me off by surprise, just as it did the entire Corvidae team. What a solid shot placement by Kia to put that in the right-hand side of net. And they've already got a very solid lead. Masterminds looking to take the start of this series really strong. Steve, he's going to try and do the reverse. A solid shot once again. Just a little bit wide. Kia and Nero combining efforts in the attack as Corvidae doing the classic Corvidae, and all 3 getting into the same space. Does manage to work out just in the end. Nero looking to get this off. As I said, he is the man from ranked. He's not well known in the tournament scene so far, but he's been making a good showing for himself. He gets some solid shots on. His rotations are pretty good for a non-tournament player, so it's going to be great seeing how he develops as a player. Sicky over to the right. S. Steve is seemingly disconnected. He's playing on that PlayStation 4. So Corvidae currently swamped with issues. as Corvidae Days attempts to send that up. Nero with a great redirect. It's going in the top bins. Nero, what a shot. Just have a look at that redirect. Just popped it up just above Siki. And the placement on that, it was not needed, but it was absolutely spectacular. And yes, Seniaz is the third player. He is substituting instead of... I can't even remember who the standard player for Masterminds is at the moment, but Seniaz is their substitute. Doesn't quite have the availability to play as a core member, but still a very solid player. Oh, Days doesn't get this one. Kia has the open net, but he doesn't manage to get it in. It was a little bit slow. And Siki tried to pass it to Kia. Kia's been playing very strong up in that forward half, as you'd expect from him. He's being showing up that he's a great improver in the scene of late. Seni puts the shot on. Bad shot, goes low and along the ground. He was looking to take it high. And Nero following it up. Puts it high once again, and Days has to work with Steve. Try and get this clear. The passing plays are there for Corvidae, but they're not executing crisply. They're looking for each other, but they've been hitting the ball high. Not directly to each other. Nero with one more shot. Days coming in. The only player who's on his standard setup with low ping. So we're going to have to see Days really, really shine in this series for Corvidae to be able to win. 3 goals down. Nero puts in the 4th. And this looks troublesome for Corvidae. I don't think they're going to be able to bring this first match back, especially with Siki at 200 ping. He actually just reset his computer at the start of this match, hoping that that would help him out. But it doesn't look likely, and it's very strange. He is on a fiber connection. Days puts that low, but Seniaz takes it to the side and gets a great clear, just enough to release the pressure, prevent any forward plays coming out from Corvidae, who are struggling to get out of their defense at this point in time. Kia hits the backboard and lets Seniaz come in. Great play by Kia as well. Looking for that bump on Sexy Steve and not quite finishing his effort as Days bumps Kia in reverse. Great solid play coming out here in the midfield with those bumps, just to try and disrupt the opponents, but there's 40 seconds left on the clock. Corvidae are not going to take this out. Masterminds will be the victors of game number 1, but it is a best of 7. Corvidae have plenty of time to come back. They're going to be speaking right now. Okay, what are we doing in this next game? How are we going to come back? How are we going to deal with Siki being at a higher ping? Because it's going to mess with their rotations, and especially because Siki is normally the superstar of Corvidae. He's a huge player. He can make huge plays, and up until recently was probably regarded as one of the top 3 mechanical players in all of OCE. He hasn't been playing as much. Nero putting in one last goal right at the 0-second mark, just to finish it off, and that's a bit of a heartbreaker for Corvidae. Didn't get a single goal in the first game, but that's kind of what you'd expect from a 9th power ranked team, wouldn't you? So Masterminds taking out this first game. Very solid run, and just great shots, great finishes coming out from Nero 7. He gets his hat trick. Kia as well, playing forward, and Seniaz playing a little bit of more of a midfield role, holding back and setting up the plays. He got a lot of great clears, which released the pressure. There was never a time that Corvidae kept the pressure, because every time that Masterminds had the ball, they just took it to the corner, they got a clear, they smashed it back, and then they were able to grab boost and continue on, get a bit of a forward attack going. So Masterminds and Corvidae. Going to see if Siki is going to be able to do anything. He's actually bumped up even to 300 ping. Siki is actually Kronovi. That's why his ping is so high. And he's also Season 2 Grand Champ instead of RLCS Season 1 Champion. But Tadioz is getting a lot of the chat down in chat. Do people, any expectations on who is going to win? It seems obvious from that first game that Masterminds are the favourites at this point, as well as their high power rankings. I do wonder whether Siki's ping issues, whether if he didn't have them, they would be winning. We are going to get back in game number 2, and I need to remember, actually, thank you for everyone who didn't remind me this, to mark down that Masterminds has won the first one. Nero and Kia almost scored on their own net. Bit of a possible disaster coming out, but not quite. They just avoided that. Steve goes high, and Nero looking to try and get this away. He is backwards. So Daze is reading this well. Looking for the infield pass. Siki is ready for it. Bit of a rotational breakdown from Corvidae as Steve came in behind Siki, who was pushed up. They all end up, because of that, caught forward on the left-hand side of the net. And as soon as that clear comes out, it just caught them all off. Steve needed to stay further back and on that right-hand side, in that middle of the pitch, because as soon as he pushed up on Siki, he just created that easy goal situation. Nero not getting anything on that one as Seniaz gets the double touch. It goes in Siki's favour. Takes it to the back wall and goes straight down. Steve was not expecting that pass down, or it might have been an absolute fantastic play. As Seni looks to get it corner, he's taking it high and Siki has to get the clear as Steve joins in. We're starting to see just a big clear into a shot coming out from Corvidae. It seems to be working as their pressure plays are most definitely not. Nero, great pass to Kia. Kia looks for the redirect. Hits the side post and no one there to follow up. As Seni comes in to keep the pressure on, Masterminds holding further back. They're looking just to get clears. Daze with a fantastic touch. Not exactly what he wanted, but it was exactly what was needed to prevent the play. I think it was Kia behind him. Getting some kind of shot on. No, Daze. That is the kind of play, Daze, you'd expect from a 9th power ranked team. Getting the clear for his opponents and releasing that forward momentum. Steve looking to take this. Took it slow, but Nero was straight onto him, instantly challenged. And the caught off guard. Siki, he's again on that 200 ping. It's difficult for him to react in time. Thanks for the follow, Soma. Nice to have you here. Can't believe you hadn't followed before. Seni as holding this back. A little bit of a mistouch, but Daze and Sexy Steve doing a Corvidae and both going for the ball at the same time. The shot comes in by Siki, but it's a bit light. It's going to release time. Both teams just backing off a little bit. Just trying to recollect themselves as Nero should go for the pass here. Seni was not in position for that center pass. It's more looking for a wide field pass, and it didn't come out. Steve looks to send it forward. Goes high as he challenged by Nero 7. Kia against the side, and Nero, I should say, pops it up. Just some good, fantastic two-man plays, and it seems to be the flavor of the day as Nero puts in goal number 2 for Masterminds. Their attack is entirely just Nero and Kia touching the ball to each other, popping it, taking out that one opponent as they come in for the challenge, and then finishing it off amongst themselves. It's been working very well for them so far as they're now 2 goals up in game number 2. Siki looking for a backboard, goes soft so Steve has a chance to redirect. Kia goes wide, and now we have Daze pushing this in. Steve trying as well for his best, but Corvidae are struggling to just convert right now. Kia's the only one left on Masterminds with boost, and Seniaz without boost gets that massive clear behind Sexy Steve, which was just enough to allow his teammates to get boost as well. Great play by Seniaz. He's just going for clear after clear, but it's working out as we're looking for Seni off the wall. He gets the backboard. It goes off the top corner. Perfect pass for Kia, but it was well intercepted as well. I think that was Siki coming through at that high ping. Nero rotates the front post, gets the clear away, and Siki with the pinch as Nero and Seniaz combining in the corner, having a bit of a tea party. The pass back by Daze is smart As it comes back to Days once again, looks straight for the shot. Kia was waiting in the net and sends it forward. Another great pass back, and we just see Masterminds. Their pass is just a little bit better than Corvidae right now. We've seen a couple come out from Corvidae, in particular Days, showing that he has the strength to control that midfield reasonably well, but their attack not the same level. Nero tries to drop that one in. Siki sends it high. Corvidae are all stuck in net. 3 players back. And not quite converting still. 2-0 and 20 seconds left to go. It looks done and dusted. I can't see Corvidae coming back again, especially the way that they have been playing. And I did hear the other day, Days said that the 9th power rank team would qualify for RLCS. So already showing that they definitely don't have the chops. They need to really bring this back. Siki is on high ping and they are running Sexy Steve, so it's a real struggle for them in this series. But it's entirely possible for them to bring this back. They are actually very solid players and a very solid team. We'll just see if they're going to do anything. It seems they're going to wait for Siki to see if they can again fix his ping issues. But let me just take a drink. I wonder how we're losing, says Siki. It's really confusing me. It's because they're bad. Exactly. Bam. But really, I mean, apart from the fact that Siki is high on ping, Corvidae are just getting caught out in the same position as each other over and over again. Both of those goals in that game was Corvidae being bunched up in the same spot. You beat one, you beat them all, and then all of a sudden, Masterminds have a very open net opportunity. Or at worst, in that second goal that they got, Corvidae had to be driving back. They were on the back foot. They needed to rush and got caught out. So they need to work down their rotations, and they need to trust each other far more than they are right now. They aren't able to do so, and part of that might be because Siki is a high ping, but it's a regular theme for their team. Corvidae almost getting their first goal of the entire series on there. But Nero coming in with a clutch defense. Actually, it was Kia, I should say. Wasn't keeping track of the names. Days is in the corner. Siki takes it across for Sexy Steve. He's pushing forward, looking for a redirect, but opts to back out instead. And again, we see right here the Corvidae positioning. All 3 stuck in the same spot. Meanwhile, Masterminds working well despite using their sub as well. And that's just they're holding Senias back. He's just willing to play a position away from the other 2, and it's working brilliantly. Days gets a great touch forward, but it doesn't hit exactly where he wants to. Runs around the corner and ends up being easy. Steve fakes them out. Nero didn't see the miss coming through. Days got bumped by his own teammate there. Sexy Steve was running back and gave him a little old touch. And Nero takes it to the side. We actually have some time here for Masterminds, but they just end up giving the possession away. Hitting the ball straight to Days. As it's looking like Masterminds are having the majority of this offense, but Corvidae are looking stronger in this 3rd game, and it's an important one for them. They need to win this one. If they don't, they're going to be down far too many to be able to come back. It'd have to make a reverse sweep. And Days looking to put a shot on, goes wide. He had an open net. No one was challenging. There were only 2 people holding back, looking to get a save. You just need to put that on the left-hand side of net. Steve takes it past Seni. He's in the corner. Kia understanding well. Senias sends it high for Kia again. Days comes in with the intercept, looking to get this forward pressure. Nero with the clear. And Masterminds, they're just holding it on this left-hand side, just slowly working it up, grinding it through, touch after touch. We do have a crossfield position now coming out from Kia. He's looking for that pass. He's moved back now, but the bump coming out from Senias. And that put all of Corvidae off. Surprise, they lost all of their forward momentum. And it meant they could only move the ball slower. Kia took a shot on net. Corvidae Days was not expecting it. One more and off both the crossbar and the side post, and then out. Perhaps Psyonix needs to make that net just ever so tiny bit larger. Give Masterminds that favor, but Corvidae are going to be happy that that one didn't go in. Got away, and the shot from Sexy Steve sees the open net as the Red Seas parted. Masterminds not Masterminds here. When the whiff came, there was no one there to back up that touch. And Corvidae have their first goal in the series, the first goal in this game, and most importantly, their first time in the lead. Very crucial goal from Sexy Steve as Siki holds this in the corner. Kia looking to take this up by himself. He is a fantastic dribbler in threes, but doesn't decide to go for it this time. Days over to Siki. Puts it into the center for Steve. He has two players to move it on. He goes to the flick, and he gets it over the top of Kia for goal number 2. Corvidae looking to make it back, and that is Steve possibly starting to get used to playing on that PlayStation 4, as it's been a long time since he has used the PS4, and it's a lower frame rate than what you'd expect on a PC, which might be getting to him just a little bit. Days puts it into the corner. Vasenias is going to beat him. No pressure placed on the ball. And again, so much time here. Days is still going to win it out. Kia and Days just holding out for boost in the corner. Steve missed one more shot. Senias there to save it. Solid shot put on net. And we're going to need to see something coming out from Masterminds as there's only 1 minute remaining. 54 seconds left. Yeah, this is the grand finals, Mad Smuff Kerr. It's only a one game. It's only one match of the day. It is a grudge match between these two. Corvidae trying to prove that they are not the 9th team, that they are better than that. But right now, Masterminds as number 7 are taking it to them. But Corvidae looking to make the comeback. Kia takes this high. Looks to get this into the center, but Steve gets the clear. And they're just trying to buy some time. Siki pushes up very hard in that third man position. Looking to just try and get a goal despite being 2 goals up with 20 seconds. They have an open net. Kia has put it high. Nero can't finish it off. That's probably going to be the game as Siki sends it away. What a wasted opportunity by Masterminds. And one more consolation goal from Days. But it didn't matter. Steve had set them up for success from the start. And they're going to go away from this game 3-0. I'm even going to put it in right now. They've stamped themselves as the victors of this game. Well played to Corvidae. And finally some cracks showing in Masterminds. And finally some good play coming out from Corvidae. Just a little bit of fast play. Good consolation, boys. That consolation goals at the end. Yes, they do not have comms on Steve either. He has no voice chat. Siki has high ping. Thank you for the follow, Sandra Latz. But, excuses only get you so far. They've had excuses since, I think it was November the 20th was the last time they played with the core roster. And that was when S. Steve was assumed core. The only time they've ever played with core was for the South America vs. OCE Cup, the Cross Pacific Championship, and they did come second in that tournament with Blitzinator. It's the only time they've had all 3. It was played on US West on high ping, which I think very much favors the Corvidae play style. So there is some merit to them saying, this stuff about their team, that they do think they're better than number 9, but they're yet to prove it. Asking somebody from Masterminds to disconnect from Discord to make it fair, but we are seeing a lot of banter. It is fight night. We expect to see the banter in the chat. We expect to see the banter in the Twitch chat as well. Feel free to slag off the teams and tell Corvidae just how bad they truly are. But they're looking to take it back. They're only one game behind now. And as I said last game, it was a crucial one for them. They needed to win that one. And they did. So they're showing up clutch at the right moment. Siki sends it across, but Days was not there. He was getting back on defense on the same side. As we see that a lot from Corvidae. Siki mis-executes that half flip. I don't know if everybody saw that. One of the big things of the camera settings I'm using right now, I might just bring this in, is it is very far away because this is not normally what I stream at. So yeah, I'm going to bring this in quite a bit. Should make it a little bit easier to see everything that is happening as Siki sends this up. Great intercept coming through by Nero. Days now up for the ball. Doesn't quite get it as Siki has to push it through instead. Nero takes it high. Senios with the redirect. Almost gets the angle straight down. That would have been absolute masterful touch as Kia dribbles his own teammate. Does the Jake the Tyrant. Takes him out of the play. And that might be a big mistake. Siki puts the shot on goal. And it all came from that misplayed dribble by Kia on his own teammate. And Siki, what an angle. Rotates his car, pulls it back just a little bit, and throws it for slagging, roasting, just absolutely tearing into a team. And go ham as much as you like. Days also trying to go ham here as well, but doesn't have the boost to do so. Kia with the solo play dribble, but he just took that so slow. Never did a flick. It's threes. You got to flick the ball, hit that backboard for the person behind you, do something. Ends up just giving away the possession. Kia sends it down. Steve puts it up as well. Days is going to get demoed. Kia going for a bit of a dirty play, and Sexy Steve even putting out a savage in the chat. Oh, what a bump by Sexy Steve in the net, the aerial demo. This might open it up, but Seniaz is there in time. And the defense holds, taking it away. And Kia even gets to clear. Siki trying to own goal it. He is still on high ping, so that's probably wide. Nero up against the corner. Days has to get this away. And it's not quite in. Nero, what a play by Nero. The first touch to get it around the opponents. They thought he might get a shot on net. Siki gets a bump on Steve, and he was caught out. Nero following up. The double touch play by him, set up by Kia as well. And it is now 1 apiece in game number 4. And again, if Masterminds win this one out, they will go to match point. So Corvidae, it's not as crucial in this one, but it is almost a must-win situation. Siki is up, but he goes low, or goes high on that ball. Takes it a bit too low. Sexy Steve comes in to finish it off, though. Great finisher. The bounce here was great. Days, just one extra touch. Seniaz had to respect the touch, stayed down, waited for the touch, and it wasn't quite enough. So Corvidae taking the lead. I just saw that the ex-coach of Corvidae, Stormclawed, has come into the chat. So he can come in and tell us just how bad Corvidae is and how hard it was to coach them. I don't think he could even possibly improve them. I'm pretty sure that's why he left as well. So unfortunate with them. Seniaz going for a big shot. Kia with a play down. Seniaz can't finish it off as Siki gets just enough of a touch. They're panic mode right now. They're all going for the ball. They're going to be low on boost. Only Days with it left, but Masterminds backed off. They didn't want to get involved in that absolute show in front of the net. Don't know what it was, but it was difficult to see what was happening, and Corvidae getting away with that one. 1 minute 40 left in this one as Kia and Seniaz get on top of each other once again. Nero looking for the shot. Kia's just constantly coming out of people's blind spots, going from weird angles and attempting to get pop-ups. It's very reminiscent of the way Jacob plays, and what a shot by Kia to finish it off. Fantastic play. Nero, he went for the slow backboard pass A strong backboard pass might have gone over Kia's head, but the slow one worked perfectly, and that is going to tie up the game. Little Miss Dumpling liked that one, as was finished off by Kia. One of the possible rising stars of the community and possible most improved. Kia sends it high, backboard once again, and Seniaz saw it perfectly. And this is really interesting coming out from Masterminds. They're just getting in the way, causing lots of issues, just faking touches, getting weird touches, and it's throwing Corvidae off. Especially Siki, who is on high ping, so it's harder for him to react to those shots. But more importantly, when you'd expect them to make a hard hit, they're going soft. When you're expecting them to make a soft hit, they go hard. And it's just so hard to read when they're so unpredictable like that. Nero looking to take this back. Siki comes in for the challenge, but Daze not able to follow that up. I thought he'd go in. Snags Live saying, let's go Kia. There's no trash talk there, as it seems we do have a lot of Kia fans in here. Daze had the open net, just put a little wide. He did get it behind the defender, and okay coming out from Daze. He's not happy with himself either. Sexy Steve, the self setup off the backboard. He doesn't miss those, but he does sometimes go a little bit low. That was a wasted opportunity. He's going to be kicking himself if they don't end up at least in overtime in this one, because that was a very simple opportunity. Seniaz looking to just hold the ball forward. Siki is up. Nero centering. Seniaz staying forward. Oh, what a pass down by Seniaz. Straight down to Kia. This is an absolute masterful touch. Nero across. Seniaz takes it down. Daze thought that he was turning in time, but he didn't quite get there quick enough, because Kia knew exactly what was happening. Seniaz, great comms. And that is the fourth goal for Masterminds. They are going to be on match point for this series. No way for Corvidae to come back. And a goal coming out from Seniaz. It was Sexy Steve popping it in the end and then typing in Savage over again. So Masterminds taking out game number 4. And right now, Corvidae, they have to fight for their life. They have to make the reverse sweep. It's going to be a tough one. We will see. And own goal, Steve, 303. It is interesting. Surely there's not that many SXCII underscore Steves around, let alone 303 of them. It is interesting that went for it. Lagviday is being called out in the chat. Daze, of course, is from Western Australia. And Snags Live saying, good one, yes, boys. Big Masterminds fanboy. And, got to admit, even the org, they came through recently and donated $100 through to the GameStar Rocket League tournament. So that's big showing by one of the orgs. Great to see them committing to the community, just like a lot of the older orgs used to do. There was Ripple and Erase. They would consistently add to the prize pool for tournaments. They would consistently donate and try and invest in the scene and grow it. And good to see Masterminds doing the same thing. MGC.KYS. Possibly. Siki, Daze, and Steve probably hasn't loaded in yet, as he is on the PlayStation. Corvidae need to win 3 games in a row. Masterminds only need to go 1. And the way that they're passing in the end of that last match, be surprised if they lost. Steve took that slow, and it was important for him to do so. He could have taken it quicker and got a more powerful shot, but he wanted to go for the placement instead. Daze starts an air dribble, fakes it out, but he didn't fake it quite correctly. He needed to stay behind the ball in order to fake that he was continuing with the drag. Steve with that third touch gets it behind Nero, and he's going to follow it up. The 50-50. Steve doing work here, not able to get the pass back. Kia in defense, passing it over to Nero, gets a powerful clear. Kia goes out for that one. Not expected to beat Corvidae in the air, and manages to do it. One of the best orgs. I'm pretty sure you have to be from Mastermind, Snags. But Kia looking to get this center. Days to the side. Nero in once again. Hits the backboard. But Siki can't get it through. Seniaz. Over to Days. Days goes to the clear. It's a long shot on the net. I don't know how that one went in. But it's a good pass across by Siki. This is the defensive passing we've been missing. And Kia, I think, faked out his teammate a little bit. Made it look like he was able to come back, but he was really stretching for that one. No, Nero looking to get this through, but Seniaz is in defense. Good 50-50 by Steve, who's been doing well in that attack. He's been getting great challenges through and just winning every 50-50. And if you can do that, you can keep some forward pressure, take people out of the play. Kia looking to slow that ball down. It almost worked. And again, Kia with just one of those strange touches, just a little pop. No one there to follow it up, but they are going to keep that forward pressure. Corvidae are getting low on boost now. Days has none. Days has 100 now. As Kia hits the backboard, this is a great play, but Steve used the backboard well, and the backboard pass wasn't strong enough. It didn't come out from that wall, which allowed the backboard defense to work for them. Kia up the wall, looking to take this to the backboard. The pass comes out, and Seniaz was there, reading it perfectly, but Days reads it as well. Sexy Steve looks to take it behind Kia, and again, Kia double save comes through, but not only was it a double save, he got a big old clear at the same time. What a defensive play by Kia. Kia, again, over in defense, reads the backboard well. As Siki looking to take this by himself, he's got no backup. Pass down to Nero. There is an empty net here. Days needs to take it high. Doesn't manage to do so. Steve looks to get this center. Seniaz does it instead. As Siki had to make that. Days was rushing back. Ball slowing down just a little bit as Sexy Steve looks to try and make a play. The ball is stuck again in the Corvidae defense. Crossfield pass. Nero essentially gives it to Steve, who passes it back to Days. His shot's going high. Bounced just a little bit much, and Kia was on the backboard waiting for it. As the dribbles come out, Kia was not able to recover. Bit of a slow mechanic from there. He should be able to recover by boosting back down to the ground. What a pass back. Seniaz is just absolutely amazing. He's been just looking for his teammates over and over again. And playing very defensively. It's been working wonders. Seniaz again. The big old clear. And he gets the follow-up. No, Siki comes through. As Nero tries to take this to the side. A great pass by Siki. The backboard comes through. Nero takes it to the side. Managing to get the clear, but the forward pressure is still there. Nero misses the boost. Only has a little bit to contend with. Just a few small pads, which he didn't pick up at all. So now he has to wait for a big boost. Nero actually still doesn't have boost as Days sends that forward. He just got the boost in time. Steve sends it to the corner. Nero against the backboard. Kia looking in. Takes it high once more. Again, Seniaz. They need this goal. They don't want this series to be any longer, as I should note. We do have Nero sending this up. Days in the corner. Sends it against the wall. He's going to follow it up as well. Takes a second player. He's taken two people out of the game, but he took Sexy Steve out as well. Sexy Steve had the open net. Days looking to make the solo play the entire time, but Steve had full boost. He was able to run up. It might just cost them. The shot comes in. Nero squeezing that through. And Fat Dylan needs to learn some Aussie slang. Luckily, we do have Tatty Oz here, able to fill him in on any kind of slang that comes out. And I think slag is more of a British slang word as well. Siki saying that he is lagging, which I think we know has been happening all game. Days sends this forward, but not off the corner. And now it's a 2v1 play. Kia looking to get this center. Actually goes to the 50-50 instead. Good pass back, but not much power on it coming out on it. As Seniaz just goes for the shot, goes a little bit wide, and we have our first overtime in the series. Corvidae need to win, but it's the golden goal game. Steve sends it center. Siki, great play. Steve in the shot. Oh my goodness. Nero and myself both not expecting that one to be on target. And Nero got beaten by a mile here. He was off his line. He was coming out for the next backboard touch and gets taken down. That is Corvidae's second game. And they're looking to take this back. One more and they'll be into game number 7. So, Corvidae proving that they can start converting on their goals. Big forward plays. Just get a ball forward, get a redirect, get a pass off the backboard, and then finish it off. It's been working well. We saw that then by Siki at the end of that last game for that last goal. Siki saw the challenge coming out of net, knew that his entire team was behind him, and didn't go for the 50-50, didn't go for the challenge. He went for the backboard, took it around, and Sexy Steve, what a shot by him. He's actually had 5 shots the game, and luckily one of them was able to find the net. So Corvidae, again, they're going to wait, see if they can get Siki on low ping. But if they can win here with Siki on high ping, it's going to be an absolute showing. Who is Nero? Nero is, as far as I know, a person who's just been playing ranked. He's not played tournament before Masterminds. There is rumors around that it's Daisu, but I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure I've seen him around in ranked long before Daisu was a thing. Long before Daisu left. But you never know. I don't have Nero on my friends list. He has a private profile. So we'll never know, and it doesn't really matter. As far as I know, again, I think he's from ranked. I have seen him even. He was in a montage. I think it was Slurpee's fake montage. Saw him in there. That was a long time ago. Days sends us forward, going again for that solo play, looking to take it the entire way himself, which might be a thing that he doesn't trust his teammates. Kia getting a banger on there, and both Corvidae players looking to make the save. But really, Siki in this situation should have challenged far earlier. Days should have been going back post, but I think Siki with his high ping is just a little bit hesitant. And he didn't trust Daze's rotation to get in behind him. Unfortunate opportunity, but when you make mistakes like that, they come back and bite you. And now, Mastermind's in a good position to take out Fight Night 4. The first Fight Night of 2017. Kia taking that forward, goes to the backboard, doesn't follow it up himself, and Daze is going to get this to the side. Nero coming in and taking Seniaz out of the play, who thought that it was his ball. Steve goes a little bit backwards on that one. Siki goes high. Nero needs to get a touch and does. Good touch over to the side as Seniaz will follow it up. Ends up being a pass to Daze, who goes for a shot, which, you know, technically is a pass back to Nero 7. So great pass plays, but they're all pass plays to each other. Yeah, you played on your alt account once too. It's entirely possible it's Daisu's alt. But who knows? It doesn't really matter. Steve sends that up. Daze has a shot on, but goes wide once again. No OKs coming out from him, as he's probably starting to get a little bit tilted with that one. He's missed a few good shot opportunities. Nero sends that down. As Daze tries to bring this back. Daze against the backboard. Pinches it through the shot. Nero almost putting that into his own net. Siki sends it forward. Seniaz against the wall. Looking to take this center. Seniaz pushes it forward. Just trying to buy time. Manages to somehow put pressure on. But Siki, great reflexes considering his ping. Manages to get it away from the net. Seni with a shot. Takes it softly. A little bit of bad touch. Elusive saying Daze tilted. No way! What a shot by Nero! Oh, and the save by Seniaz. That is 2 shots already on goal, and he's convincing me already in this one game that it probably is Dacey, considering the number of silly touches that he is making. Steve has to send that away, does get it to Days, but Kia is there in the wings and waiting. Kia, bit of a malformed touch. He could have waited for that to get behind to one of his teammates. Days puts it high, but again, no one pressuring the ball. Siki's going to be the first one to go. Seniaz looking to get another touch. He actually went for that backwards touch once again. That has been working wonders for him. He's got 2 goals off of that one touch so far. Kia, not able to put anything on. Steve, along with Siki, trying to get the clear once again, but Seniaz coming through, takes it high off the crossbar. Days gets bumped by Seni as well. The net is opened up and the offensive opportunities are going to come out from Masterminds. Oh, and a bad whiff coming out. Steve can't put a shot on net. He mustn't have had much boost. Or it might have just been a bit of a mechanical misplay, because that was a great open net opportunity. And they're only 1 goal behind. They just need 1. And they've had so many opportunities this game. They've had 6 shots. Oh, sorry, not 6 shots. 4 shots on the goal, but not able to convert as Kia tries to slow down the attack with a demo. Seniaz fakes the challenge as Days goes into the net to get the bump out. Siki goes across. Kia, he's going to get the clear. 45 seconds left on the clock. Masterminds just need to waste time. They are still going to put on plenty of pressure here as the pass comes out from Siki to Nero. Corvidae just need to calm themselves. Get a pass across. It is hard to keep the nerves down when you are on match point against. And they need 1 goal. Just 1 goal is all they want. 20 seconds remaining. Days is trying to center it. It looks like the game might be over, but there's a shot on net. Siki had the pass opportunity, but rushed the shot. Steve, high, and it goes in. Seniaz gets beaten by that one, and Steve puts in the equalizer with 11 seconds to go. Fantastic forward play. Corvidae put on shot, another shot. Sexy Steve comes in when they're on low boost, and they're just on the back foot. Puts that one in the perfect place. And now we have ourselves a tied game. Corvidae have the chance of taking this through to a game number 7 as Seniaz tries to get one last shot. Siki possibly getting that forward, but it's going to be put down. Seniaz doesn't want any more of that. And we have ourselves another overtime close series. Days has the opportunity to finish it. Doesn't go through as KR takes it to the side. Another opportunity. Siki takes it low. Steve wants to get a shot on, but just off the line. And now there's plenty of time, but no one going for that ball. So it was Kia coming through. Just taking his time on that one. Not a great touch as Siki takes the backboard all the way across the pitch. Days, another backboard. Kia can't have much boost, and that was perfect. The touch over the defensive pass allowed them to get a clear, and now they should be able to collect enough boost to continue these clears. Seniaz once again. Can he follow it up? The double touch, and again the pass back. But no one on his team has the follow-up, has the confidence with that boost. Days puts another shot on. I want to see less shots from Corvidae and more passes coming through. Nero over to the side, but Days is there, waiting in the wings for this one. Days at the center. Kia has to come in. Masterminds are playing very differently. At the start, they had a very solid, safe defense. It was methodical, it was slow, and it was perfect. But now they're seemingly rushed. They're constantly on the back foot, and Corvidae are the type of team that can take advantage of a panicky defense. Kia doing the solo effort, trying to get this up by himself as Siki gets intercepted by Seniaz. Days goes for the pass across, but misses. And Nero had the open net as Steve was pushed up very strongly. He trusted in his teammate. Days trying to pass back. Kia almost coming through. Seniaz, the blue team's caught on the back foot. Steve is on the wall, and Days just gets this away. As Days is trying to bring this up, it is still 1 apiece. Overtime here is about to hit 2 minutes. And the forward pressure is not kept up by Corvidae. Days again against the backboard, follows it up himself and gets the overtime goal. Days showing up big in the overtime here. Just another big backboard play, and this is what I wanted to see from him, what you guys wanted to see from him. Less simple shots on net that are just passes, less shots that are so easily savable and then get converted into pressure the other way, and more hitting the backboard. He gets it, he carries them through, and they are now game number 7, looking to prove that they aren't that their power ranking of number 9 is incorrect. They think that they should be at least number 5. So they think that they should be just behind Sandcastle, just ahead of Sub-Zero on the power rankings. We couldn't get Sub-Zero. They're working on improving themselves, as far as I know, and still a fairly new lineup. As Siki again. His ping is lowered down a little bit. It's sitting at 130 instead of 200, which is a big difference. And Siki coming out in chat saying that he believes that Desu is Nero 7. That Nero 7 is Desu. They have the exact same car. Desu has 0 hours in the last 2 weeks, and Nero has 300. And Alpha Boost, and Black Trahears, and a Cuxia car. So, Siki, the absolute Desu expert. He is the point of knowledge when it comes to Desu and his car. Bringing it out in chat. But we here are in game number 7. Between these two, Siki just able to save that in time. Kia forwarding that. And it looks like it's going to be an exciting match. Corvidae have all the momentum. They've won the last 2 games. They've been close, but they've managed to do it. And they have that forward momentum. They need to keep going for those backboards. Days tries to get it past Seniaz, but Seniaz gets the follow-up touch. He's got a free run. Days looking for the demo, but doesn't get it. A great crossfield pass. But Kia not able to finish it off. Nero just puts it in the open net. Siki had to have been lagging there, or caught completely flat-footed. I want to see what happened. It was a bit of a banger from Nero. And yes, Siki just not able to react in time. The whoops coming out from Kia. A little bit of BM. Is that Sherlock Holmes. And Chris P196 coming out with the Illuminati in chat. Days tries to send that high. Kia beats him to it. And the bump from Kia did really well because he forward flipped into that bump, which sent the defender much further away than would expected and continued Kia's momentum back towards defense. Siki has no boost here and manages to get at least something on the ball, which is going to help out his teammates quite a lot. Seniaz looking for the backboard touch. Ends up going back to Kia. They now have time. They don't use it. Sexy Steve trying to rush and misses the ball. As Siki again might not have boost. He has at least a little bit. But that is all he's got. Just running up the pitch. And that is an open net. Sexy Steve just taking it across. Nero across the pitch. Kia takes it high. Steve puts it into the corner. Seniaz as well. Goes high. Nero looking to take it in. Shot on net, but it was quite slow. And Siki is able to react to that one. Sends it forward. Up to get it past Kia. And right now, Masterminds still in control. They're holding on to this lead quite well. And just keeping the pressure on the Corvidae team. Not allowing them to get those backboard passes, those midfield plays that was doing so well last game. Getting a few bumps at the same time. Kia with a great little pop. But Sexy Steve was ready for it. Kia looking to get it in the middle. And we're seeing a little bit of a rotational breakdown from Masterminds as they're all rotating into the corner. They're all turning very sharply and not letting the person in behind them go in. Kia gets a good 50-50 with Steve, but Siki reads it. Gets the clear away, and the follow-up, Siki. Well played by him, as Sexy Steve takes it to the side. And Seniaz, I think, actually was Nero backs off completely from that one. Steve against the backboard. Siki has the opportunity, but it was a difficult shot. The angle was quite tough. So Siki is one of those people who I would expect to be able to make that angle. Days, great crossfield pass, but Steve, he pushed up. He had Siki ahead of him, waiting for that pass, and pushed up on top of him. Very risky play. Steve coming in just clutch as Nero tries to get that shot off. Siki playing the solo play, trying to get those one skills into account. Steve takes it high. He's following it up himself as Siki looked for the pass at the same time. So Corvidae, as usual, have two people up in the air, but they don't get punished. Days has an almost open net. I didn't see Seniaz hiding amongst the net, playing a Gibbs-type goalie role. And Fat Dylan saying, looks like someone might choke. Well, I think anyone who loses this game has essentially choked because it's been such a close series and either team should have taken it. Days misses the open net. That was such an opportunity, and that is probably the fourth goal, maybe the fifth from Days that he really should have had in. And that is going to be the big difference right now between Corvidae winning and losing. If Days can't sink those shots, the shot is going on but wide as Kia takes that to the side again. Siki and Days both up for the same ball. Days is turning around for this one, trying to keep the forward pressure on as Seniaz has to do the solo effort clear. Days is on the backboard. He gets the pass down. No, he didn't get that touch. Siki was waiting for that touchdown as well. And it was a perfect play, but Days just missed the ball. Days looking to pop it. Siki was there. The bump comes out. It's a 3v2 opportunity, but Steve went for boost. There was a mistake and a half. Steve needed to get that 50-50 there. 10 seconds left on the clock, and I don't know what Corvidae are doing. Come on, get some forward plays. Get a 50-50. Days sends it forward. Kia has one last opportunity, and this is final hurdles for the Corvidae team. Masterminds, though, they take it out. They have won game number 7 in another tight game, winning the best of 7. They get a set of keys as well. 1 key each, and prove, at least to Corvidae and to the guys out on chat, that they deserve the number 7 spot above Corvidae, who are clearly terrible. And it looks even like Siki is still slowly lowering in ping. He's down to 80. So, a fantastic effort by Siki. But they were an absolute spectacular set of games. Really well played by everyone around. And I'll quickly see. Anyone want to 1v1?